Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be getting down and dirty, and I mean that literally. So we're in my bathroom, and I apologise, like I know the bathroom videos aren't the best because of the echo and the fan and things like that, but this is just the best place to do things because I'm gonna be cleaning my makeup brushes, and some of them have never been washed, and I've had them for about 4.5 years. So I have all of my makeup brushes right here and some sponges as well, adequately covered in cat hair as well. I have a peach schnapps and lemonade because I'm gonna need something to numb the pain of cleaning my brushes. One thing I haven't got though is my brush cleaning tool. I'll be right back. Got my tool. This is also incredibly dirty. I think I've used it maybe twice. So, plan is I'm gonna fill up my sink with some hot soapy water, and we'll just get to cleaning, shall we? Because this is gonna be gross. The soap I'm using as well is actually an antibacterial hand soap, so it's fine for brushes, I suppose, like an antibacterial and things like that. So hopefully I don't damage my face. I don't know. So like I said, some of the brushes in here haven't ever been cleaned. So my highlighter brush, for example. And I have a reason for not ever cleaning this, because when I was buying a brush for highlight, I was looking at the reviews, as you do, so to see what's good, what wasn't, and blah blah. And on the Morphe website, in the review for this brush, someone said it was a good brush, but when you cleaned it, it got a bit scraggly along the edges. Now I've had this, if I can find the exact date that I bought this, I will like put it up on the screen somewhere, but I've probably had this for about 4 years, and I've never cleaned it because I was worried about it going all scraggly, but I might just have to do it. This brush here as well, I have cleaned this a few times because it just gets so gross. But I mean, you can see just how disgusting this is. I use this with foundation and primer. This brush is still very new, so I haven't washed it yet, but it needs one, desperately needs a wash. And yeah, some of the brushes in here are just disgusting. Mainly these purple ones because I use them for like SFX makeup, which is why they're all stained. But they need cleaned. They just simply need cleaned. And after all of the Halloween stuff that I've just done, all the face paint, all the fake blood that I've had, all the black eyeshadow, all the red eyeshadow, they need to be thoroughly purged and cleaned. So I'm actually going to start off with a sponge and just try and get as much out of this as possible. And I'm going to put some soap directly onto this, and then just like, I don't know the best way to clean sponges, you know? As long as like some shite is coming out of it, you can see the colour, hopefully, of that water. Ugh. To be fair though, this sponge is actually fairly new. I got this only a couple months ago because my cat ate my other one that was in this shape, which was my favourite makeup brush, makeup sponge. So that's the reason why I got this one in the first place. I don't expect all the staining to come out, as long as like it, I don't know, squeezes out clean water. I think that's fine, but already the water is looking a bit gross. I'm not going to show you the sink. If I can later on, I'll show you some of the water itself, because my husband like shaved his stubble off the other day, and he didn't clean the sink. So technically the bathroom is my job, but I'm lazy as fuck. I have no idea where I'm going to put these brushes when I'm done. I have got like my normal like brushes cup, but yeah, I don't really know. Right, so my blue sponge is dry. Look how big that's gotten. Jesus. That's done. I think it's coming through clean enough. I'm not going to get these stains off it, let's be honest. It's a stain, like the reason a stain is called a stain. I'm going to do my other sponge as well. This is one from Brushworks, and I got this in my glossy box. In my first glossy box actually. And I have seen a spoiler, which I'm very disappointed about, that this brush along with this sponge along with 2 other Brushworks sponges are in the glossy box subscription box, glossy box advent calendar, sorry, and I've got that actually, so that video is coming soon, but I've already got one of these sponges, so now I'm going to have 2. I don't know, I might actually end up doing a giveaway for some of the glossy box advent calendar stuff, because I'm probably not going to be able to use all the products, because let's be honest, like not every product suits everyone. And also, if I already have some of these sponges, what's the point? Like, if I already have some of the products, there's no point in me even using them, because let's be honest, this is an alright sponge, but I have other sponges and I also mainly use makeup brushes, so it's not really gonna be that useful for me, if I'm honest. I should use this for my other sponge. This is doing pretty decent. Oh no, I've just shredded. Take that back, I've just shredded the sponge cleaning it. So I think I will need a new sponge after all, because I don't know how I'll be able to see what that's. I've kind of shredded that. I can still use it, I just won't be able to use that side. So I'm a bit stupid. Okay, to stop me from breaking that sponge anymore, I'm going to call that one done. That water's already gone cold because I've had to run cold water into it, so new batch of water. Okay, I think next I'm going to go straight in with my regular foundation brush. So this will probably be quite nasty, but just because it's a foundation brush, I kind of expect it to be nasty. To be fair, not a lot's coming out of this. Okay, tell a lie. Now that I've dunked it in more, it's going to be really hard to show you anything that I'm doing. But yeah, it's kind of coming out quite gross. I wanted to do this video for two reasons. One, because my makeup brushes really did need to be cleaned. So I needed to get that out of the way. But also I just wanted to like have a chat, have a talk. So if you have been watching my channel like quite a lot lately, you'll know that I just finished a Halloween makeup series. Well, just a Halloween series in general. There's a few bits of clothing and stuff in there. So yeah, I just finished that series, and honestly, that was so stressful. Like, I didn't realise going into it how much stress would be involved. Like, there's so much planning that I had to do, which the planning was very easy actually. Like, that was fine. It was more working around my current job. Like, obviously I have got a regular everyday job. Like, working around that to film, especially with my last video, I'll let you in on a secret on that. That was actually meant to be 10 looks and not 6, but yeah, unfortunately I didn't have time to finish filming all of the looks. And then when I was editing, if you've seen that video already, if you haven't, I'll link it up here. It's probably a bit late now since it's the last minute Halloween thing, and this video is going up after Halloween. But I actually, for the Frankenstein look, the last couple of seconds of it was out of focus, and I realised when I was editing that the other two looks I filmed after that video, they were out of focus as well. And I kind of realised that halfway through the Frankenstein one, well near the end of the Frankenstein one, I left to go get the little bolts that I stuck to my forehead. And it turns out when I brushed past it, like when I brushed past the camera, I must have like unfocused it or something, and I don't know how, because the camera was on manual autofocus, so it shouldn't really have allowed me to change the focal point, but somehow it did. So yeah, 2 of those clips were out of focus, so I lost 2 clips. So I was down from 8 clips to 6, and I didn't have time to refilm the 2 looks that were out of focus, and I didn't have time to film the other 2 looks I had planned, full stop. So I was really gutted about that, to be honest with you. This brush is clean, by the way. Yeah, I was really gutted about that because I was so excited for that video. Like, I had so many ideas, so many plans, and the 2 looks I did film, I did quite like, you know, like, it wasn't something that, this brush, wasn't something that I really wanted to have to cut out, but I really didn't have any time. I didn't finish even editing that video until about 2 in the morning on the day that it was posted. So I just think I didn't realise how much effort went into those sorts of videos. So I mean, that's my fault. Like, I just didn't realise, and that's with me actually filming things well in advance. I think I filmed the doll look very early. I don't think it was the first look I filmed. I think the first look I filmed was the skull look, and that was at the beginning of the month. So I had started filming very early in the month, but it just wasn't early enough. And yeah, things just kind of, all the other videos that I had to film, and just general work, and just lack of motivation. I think for me, when I've got a lot of stuff to do, I like to procrastinate, and I like to not do anything when I feel overwhelmed, which is something I've worked on a lot in the past. Like, I used to be a hell of a lot worse with that than I am now. But yeah, when I really struggle with finding the time for things, I just don't do them at all, which is so not good to do. Like, you just got to do it, otherwise it's never going to get done. But yeah, so I didn't have enough looks to make the 10, and I didn't have enough time to make all the looks, and my husband was like, just leave it for another day, and I was like, no, because it's last minute last minute makeup looks for Halloween, and if I leave it any longer, you know, if I wait until like I have got all the clips done, which might have been a long time, it's going to be too late and it's not going to be like relevant anymore. Yeah, I just kind of had to put out what I had, which wasn't ideal, obviously, but you know, I just kind of had to make the best of a bad situation and just get along with it. And you know, I'm still not amazingly happy with the result of it, you know, but I'm like glad I at least got the video out because I didn't really want to put it out. This brush is not getting, I'm aware this is not a healthy way to clean brushes, but this brush is just not getting clean. Like no matter how much I scrub at this, there's still so much foundation caked in here. So yeah, that's the Halloween videos. It was all done and dusted, and don't get me wrong, I had so much fun filming them, and it's something I'm definitely going to be doing again next year, but I'm going to take a bit more time to film and to prep, you know, like actually make the most of my days off, and maybe even start in September as opposed to October, especially for some of the like more involved videos where I need to get things delivered in and, you know, get costumes ordered or makeup things ordered. I'll definitely be taking a lot more time next year to get that one sorted, because Jesus, was that stressful. But it was good stress, you know, like it wasn't stress where I was like, I mean I was stressed obviously, but it wasn't like terrible stress, it was fine. There's definitely a difference between good stress and bad stress, and I think people need to be able to like identify when they're under good stress and when they're under bad stress. So my stress was good stress, like I was putting time and effort into something that I loved, and you know, if I didn't stress about not being able to meet deadlines and hit goals that I wanted to do, then it wouldn't be fun, you know, like I wouldn't be enjoying it if I wasn't stressed about it. Like if you don't care, then you don't enjoy it, you know what I mean? I might just get rid of this brush, I don't bloody use it. Okay, I actually managed to get this brush pretty much clean. Like that's one of the cleanest I've seen this brush since I first got it, you know. So I'm quite proud that I managed to do that, but I really have nowhere to put this brush, so I'm just gonna have to like shove it elsewhere. You know, I don't think this tool is very good for like wet cleaning your brushes. I think it's only really good for dry cleaning your brushes. So I'm not going to use that anymore. I'm just going to like dip the brushes in the water and the soap. If the framing, by the way, has moved, it's because I needed to re-record and I need to check that the thing was filming and things like that. So hopefully that's fine. I'm going to go with my highlighter brush, and remember this is the brush that has never been cleaned in about 4 years, so you might not be able to tell this on camera, but see if I split this right down the middle, you can actually see the colours that the bristles used to be. This is bright white compared to that colour, so yeah, this is bad. If you did actually watch the Halloween series, can you please let me know in the comments below, like what was your favourite video out of all of them? So I did the SFX, the 3 Easy SFX looks. I did the Halloween costumes from like different retailers like Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing, Amazon, and I did the 5 office friendly makeup looks, and I also did the 6 last minute looks. So which of those videos was your favourite out of them all? I just want to know, like for next year maybe, who liked what most, and you know, what kind of videos you guys want to see. You know, I'd just really appreciate some feedback on that. I don't really get much comments on my videos at the moment, so you know, I don't really have much feedback that way. So if you could let me know in the comments on this video, kind of which video was your favourite, and like what would you like to see again and what you'd like to see more of. I'd really appreciate that. This brush has actually been very easy to clean. I've hardly been working on this. I've literally only been cleaning this for like a couple of seconds, like a minute, and it's already pretty much clean. I think because this is all like powder products, it's just highlighter, so it shouldn't be that difficult to come out. It's not like it's been a wet product that's later dried. So that's that brush. I am storing all of these like facing up when I'm drying them, but I'm making sure that I'm kind of like putting them into a position to like sit in, if you know what I mean. So that way they're drying okay, as opposed to like in weird positions. Contour brush next. I've been using this a lot for my SFX stuff when I'm using like blacks to contour with, because I don't particularly want to be getting like black contour in my everyday brush, because let's be honest, I don't clean my brushes. So I didn't want to have like one day have a really dark black muddy contour because I've forgotten to clean my brush. Just using my hand, actually this is working fairly well. This brush, literally I've only had this for a couple months as well, and I've hardly used it, so it shouldn't be a problem. Plus I've only used this for like blush and contour products, so I don't imagine this being super dirty. and like that it's already cleaned. This next brush is actually a blush brush. I got this from Poundworld ages and ages ago, and I've cleaned it maybe a handful of times, if that. I probably have only cleaned this like once, but I just don't use it often anymore. I used to use it a lot for blush. This was the only brush I used for blush, but now I just use my same contour brush to blend in my blush. That's hard to say when you're talking about brushes and blushes. That's difficult as hell. There's one thing I want to address about just me kind of generally as a content creator, and I mean, I say content creator, am I? What's the specifications for becoming a content creator? Do I just have to put stuff out on the internet, like, or do I have to get paid to do it? Do you know, like, or just getting paid for it makes you a YouTuber, otherwise you're just a content creator? I don't know. Yeah, one thing I want to address is I've had comments in the past, not very nice comments, so they have been removed from like public view because they're quite mean. When I first started my channel, it was one of my first videos that I ever put up. I think it was maybe my 3rd or 4th video. I put an ad on it, so I paid on Google Ads to promote the video. And I think at this point I only had like maybe, I think I had like 12 subscribers, like literally just 12, but I was still sharing my, like, I still hadn't told friends and family about my channel yet, so I only had like immediate friends and family who knew what I was doing. I haven't told like anyone on my Facebook or anything yet at that point that I'd made a channel. And I think I announced it not long after I put this video up anyway. So I went from like 12 subscribers to like 24, 25 maybe in the space of like a day. And just so happened that I put that video up as well around that same time. And I had not one person, like 2 or 3 people had commented something along the lines of, you have 10 subscribers and you're paying for ads, like, come on, get real, sort of thing. At first, like, I wanted to reply to them and be like, well, I mean, you've all got to start somewhere. But on the other side, I was like, why should I have to justify what I do with my money and on my channel, you know, like, to complete strangers? And to people that had clearly only come onto my video in the first place to, like, be hateful about it, like, they clearly didn't watch the video. Like, they clearly didn't even care about that. Like, at the end of the day, if I want to spend £3 to promote my video, not even that sometimes, because whatever you set for your budget doesn't always equal how much you pay for it. Like, if I want to spend my own money that I earn from my job, like, if I want to spend that money, brush clean, then I can, and I'm allowed to do it, and I don't need to I don't need to answer to anyone for doing so. You know, like, whose business is it if I'm paying with my money to put an ad up? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And like, at this point, all I'm trying to do is just put my videos out there to people who might actually need them. So I don't necessarily promote challenges, because at the end of the day, like, a challenge is a challenge. If it's going to get found, it's going to get found. And, you know, I do challenges that are old, challenges that are new. Like, I've got my Throwback Thursday series that, like, they're old challenges from like years back that I'm just doing. So like, I'm not going to promote them because they're not even relevant anymore, and like, I'm just doing it for a bit of fun. But like, if I want to promote a product review, or, oh god, I don't know, what else can you promote? What else have I promoted? Or like, say for example, my Halloween series, I promoted 2 of those videos because I feel like there's something that people might want to actually see and might be helpful to them. Like, I'm not just putting up, like, I'm not going to promote this video. Why would I? I'm not trying to like show anyone a product or anything like that. All I'm doing is showing my poor brush hygiene. Like, no one's going to get help with anything from this video apart from, oh, actually I should clean my brushes. But like, you know, people are going to clean their brushes when they want to clean their brushes. But like, if I want to promote something that I think might help someone, then I'm going to do it, because at the end of the day, it's my money that I'm paying, and like, I'm allowed to do what I want with my money and my channel. And I know that I'm a very long way away from like being a YouTuber and being big and being popular, and to be honest, I don't really care too much about that stuff. I care about making people happy and about helping people, like, if they need it. So like, you know, it's just one of those things where people are so quick to think, oh, you're trying to make it big, you're trying to make it big, and it's like, at the end of the day, I didn't start this channel to try and get big. I started this channel because I wanted to, I've wanted to do YouTube for a while. Like, it's something that I enjoy doing, and I wanted to actually give it a go. I explained it more in like my first ever video, and I'll link that up here. Like, if you haven't seen it already, like, you can go and take a look at that and see kind of how I started YouTube, and, you know, what what my mindset was when I started it, if you know what I mean. It's still the same, but to be honest, I can't remember the exact words I used, so it's just easier to go and watch that video. But like, if I wanna promote my videos, I'm allowed to do that. So I hate when people like kind of patronize you and say, oh well, you're not, like, why are you doing that? You're not even relevant. It's like, right, but neither was Jacksepticeye when he first started. Neither was Nincompoop when she first started. Neither was NikkieTutorials when she first started. Like, you don't start out being immediately relevant unless you have a parent that's relevant. So like, I don't know the full stories of these people, by the way, but say for example, Kylie Jenner, she is famous because her family is famous. And, you know, she has a YouTube following now, she has her own makeup company, she's popular, so she's always been relevant because she had family that made her relevant. Whereas most people who start off on the internet don't have that. When you start off on the internet, you typically just do it because you want to do it. And one of my friends, Ellie, Nincompoop on YouTube as well, go check her out, she always says if you're starting YouTube, you need to be doing it for more than just one thing. Like, you can't be doing it because you want money, because it's going to take a long time to even get money, especially since YouTube has changed the monetization rules. I think it used to just be that you can monetize your videos at any point, anytime, whatever. And then I think they changed it to that you needed to get like over 1,000 minutes watch time, which I actually got very early. I think I got that in my first month. So if it was still with that rule, then I would actually be getting monetized at this point. So yeah, they changed it to that, and then now they've changed it so that you need to have 1,000 subscribers before you could even monetize and get partnered with YouTube. So like, me promoting my videos, unless I'm spending a fortune doing that, it's not going to get me there anytime soon. And if you don't promote your videos, it's definitely not going to get you anywhere there, like anywhere anytime soon. People get lucky on YouTube sometimes, absolutely. Like, some people put out a video and it goes viral. So, you know, that's good luck. Like, there's so much competition on YouTube that, like, if you get big quick, that is just sheer luck. It's never normally got anything to do with skill. It's never normally got anything to do with like money or anything like that. If you haven't got anything else like as a claim to fame, like Kylie Jenner's parents, like if you haven't got like celebrity parents, if you get big on YouTube immediately, it's luck. And at the end of the day, like, YouTube is such a big competitive market now from when it was when it first started. Like, cleaning this brush now, this is going to be fun. Like, just look at this and it will be like black soon. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, there's so much market out there on YouTube, and I don't think anyone can really be like, I don't think anyone should be blamed for wanting to advertise and, you know, get their name out there a little bit. Not try to fast track the process of getting big, because like I said, I don't really care if I get big or not. I know it's most likely not going to happen. I'm probably not going to get to the 1,000 subscribers to even get monetized anyway. So, you know, I mean, I've been doing this for coming up to maybe 5 months. Maybe, I actually don't know how long I've been doing YouTube for, and I've only got 52 subscribers. I keep bouncing between 52 and 53. Like, I've only got 50 subscribers, so the chances of me getting to 1,000, like, within, I don't know, it'll take me about 10 years at this rate to even get to 1,000, you know? Like, just, the point I'm trying to make is, anyway, I keep rambling because I haven't made notes for this video, I'm just kind of doing what I want, is don't, like, judge or hate on people for just trying to put their name out there and trying to get, like, a little bit further, or just because they think their video might help people. You know, don't judge people for that. Don't hate on them. Oh, well, you've got no subscribers, blah, blah. It's like, right, well, you've got none. At least I've got 10. Like, at least I'm putting videos out and I'm trying to do my best. And as well as that, like, sometimes you're so proud of a video that you want people to see it, which is why you advertise for it. And that's mainly why I advertised on my Halloween ones, because I felt so proud of them that I wanted people to see it, and as well as the fact that I thought it could help. That's one of the reasons why I was so proud, is because I feel that they were helpful videos. So why would I not want other people to see it? Why would I not do what I can to make sure as many people see it as possible? And just don't be a dick just because people are spending their own money advertising their own videos that they've put their own time into. Like, don't be a dick. Just let people do what they want. Like, why? And the fact that I had not one but like 3 people say roughly the same thing, like, why are you paying to put an ad on this? Like, what's the point? Or like, you've only got 10 subscribers, like, you're not relevant, and things like that. It's like, right, but I'm not doing it because I want to be relevant. I'm doing it because I want people to see stuff that might potentially help them. I don't see what's wrong with that necessarily. Like, as my money, if I was advertising and getting you guys to pay for it, like, I don't know. It'd be a different story then. If you actually subscribed to me because you found a video of mine that was actually previously an ad, like if you saw an ad for my channel, you watched it and you liked me and you subscribed, like, hi, thanks. I don't think there's many people, honestly, because I tend to get a lot more subscribers in the like when I post videos that I haven't promoted, which is weird because I don't have as many people watch them, so it's like you'd think you get more subscribers for the more people that watch your videos, but I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works. Like if you actually came to my channel from an ad and you decided to stick around, like, hi, thank you very much for that. And I want to know what video it was as well, because I've only promoted like 4 or 5 videos, I think, so it wouldn't take too long for me to figure out like what video it potentially could have been. Like, it's always nice to know how you came here, you know, like what was the first video that you watched of mine, and what made you want to stick around is what I kind of want to ask as well. Like if you came here from an ad, what made you click my video and what made you want to stick around, because that'd be quite nice to know. This brush has taken me an age to clean. I'm just gonna like put some elbow grease into it and try and get these last little bits off. Okay, I think I've got this brush about as good as I can possibly get it. This is my oldest brush. This is my first ever makeup brush that I own, so like there's a lot of stuff in this, but like look at the difference. Like that's black now, that's not white anymore, that's not covered in powder anymore, that's like black. There's just a few tips that I can't quite get residue out of, but like my fingers are also hella wrinkly. But yeah, that's like a massive improvement. I'm so impressed with that. Now everything else is like eye brushes, so a lot of these like little purple ones I'm probably not going to clean because I might just chuck them. I need to go through a sort of my brushes, but definitely my white ones and my black ones are going to get cleaned. So let's go first with this one. It doesn't look that dirty, but it probably bloody is. I want to know kind of what you would like to see on my channel for November. I've got some ideas obviously planned, some kind of Christmas related stuff that I think needs to go up before Christmas because of some reasons, and but yeah, so I've got a few ideas in mind, but I want to know like what kind of things you want to see. Do you want to see some fashion stuff? Do you want to see some hair stuff? I have actually got some hair stuff coming soon. Haven't filmed it yet, but I have got some stuff coming soon. And speaking of, like, how blue, this is bluer than when my hair was actually blue. I don't understand how this has gone blue. I really don't understand it. Next brush. Yeah, so what are you wanting to see? What you want me to do? Like, I don't mind having to buy things in. Like, I don't mind having to do challenges. I don't mind having to do trends. I don't mind having to do, you know, completely different things that I've never seen before. Like, I really don't mind. Just whatever content you guys want to see, let me know. Like I said, I have already got some things planned, and I've also got things planned for December, for Christmas. Obviously Christmas is still a little while away. I've started my I've started my Christmas shopping already. I've only got one present in so far, but I know what I'm going to be getting my husband for his other present. I have ideas of what to get some other people, but I just don't know. And I have an idea for my dad, so Dad, if you're watching, I'm not telling any secrets, but I have an idea for you. And no, I still don't know what I want for Christmas, and no, Lowell still doesn't know what she wants for Christmas. And I just remembered what I'm getting my sister. I just remembered what I'm getting her. So Lowell, if you're watching, hi. When do you guys typically start your Christmas shopping? I'm usually the person that's like very late on it all, and I'm very last minute, and I don't typically start buying stuff in until the end of November, so start of January. Start of December. But this year I wanted to be a little bit more on the ball, just because I didn't want things to go out of stock, and I only had like one idea for presents and stuff at the start, so I decided to start just a little bit earlier. My cousin-in-law, she actually started her Christmas shopping in I think February, January this year. She starts incredibly early. She'll probably be like Christmas shopping for 2025 like next year, knowing her. But yeah, so I do have some videos planned for Christmas. Unfortunately, one of the videos that I really wanted to do, I can no longer do because of Corona. Every year, my husband and I go to a Christmas market in Edinburgh. It's just like this Dutch market, or like a German market, whatever it's called, I don't know what it is. And they have like stalls, and they have food, and they have rides and things like that. And we usually just go there for like a browse, and you know, more just for like the experience of going, even though we've been a few times before, like we just like going. But because of Corona, like it's a huge festival, like it's open for over a month. It's almost open for 2 months actually. It's huge, and there's a lot of people that go. Like when you're walking, you're pretty much shoulder to shoulder with people all the time. It's very busy, so for obvious reasons that wouldn't have been allowed. so that's been cancelled unfortunately. They were going to do it slightly differently to try and reduce the amount of people that could come. Like you have to buy tickets, and you know, you like they split up where stalls were and things like that to reduce the amount of people that are around, but unfortunately just because of restrictions and stuff, that didn't seem like it was able to go through properly, so they did have to cancel it all. So I was going to do a full vlog for that to show you what was there and things like that, but that's going to have to wait for next year, which is a shame. I'm thinking about doing like Christmas cookies. Every year I make some like Christmas related dessert. One year it was a chocolate log, and I put that picture there. Like it wasn't actually a chocolate log, it was a Swiss roll that had like a robin on it. And did I do that 2 years in a row? I think I did that 2 years in a row. Other years it's like reindeer cakes, which were terrible. But yeah, whenever I'm in work, like when I was in the office, which I won't be this year again because of Corona, on my last day in before Christmas I usually bring in like a Christmas themed cake. So that's kind of a thing that I do, and if not I just kind of make a cake anyway because I like cake, and why wouldn't you? When it's Christmas you can do what the fuck you want. So I might do a cooking video like that. I have a makeup look that my friend Amanda wanted me to do a tutorial on last year when I did it. I've just put like a selfie on Instagram and she was, oh my god, can I have a tutorial? And I was like, maybe. So I am actually going to do that this year for her because I didn't obviously do YouTube last year. I just did everything on Instagram and I never got around to it. So I'm going to do that this year. But I don't know if there's anything else you guys might want me to do. So if you have any ideas of Christmas stuff, let me know. I'm probably going to do it the same format as I did for the Halloween videos, where I do like one Christmas related video per week. But I might do more. If I can get a load more content, then I might do more. Look at that brush. I didn't really show you this one, but this was like flattened out like really bad, and it was just so dark and dirty and gross. And now it's lovely and clean. This brush I'm dreading because this is full of concealer, shimmer, face paint, a lot. Look at this. That's gross. That's such an improvement already though. Like that's disgusting, but it's an improvement. But that's actually completely clean now. Just one pass of soap. Might do another pass of soap just in case. Yeah, I need to because there's actually still some foundation caked at the bottom. Right, I think that's that brush clean. Look at the difference in that. That's so nice now. I can actually use this for what I usually use it for, which is like cut creases and things like that, as opposed to just a little bit of everything. This brush is what I've been using for like red and black. Like this is my main eyeshadow brush and I never clean it. Honestly, I just rub it off on my leg all the time. You know, I should really do this more often because it's actually quite satisfying seeing it get cleaned. I'm going to be making a slight change to the way I do some videos. So over kind of the Halloween period when I was doing all of these videos in a row and like, you know, all these themed videos where I had to film quite a lot for, I actually got so far behind filming. I was literally, most of the times I was filming the day before I needed the video up, and I was filming, editing and uploading all at the same day. And I got so stressed and it made me really just not want to film because I felt like all I was doing was filming. And usually I would have like 2 videos filmed and like always have one behind me, so I'd have 2 videos filmed, one goes up and then I'd film another one, so I always had like 2. But because of my comment shout outs that I do, I'm always quite hesitant to pre-film too much in case I don't have a lot of comments, and especially lately where I'm really not getting basically any comments. You know, I haven't been wanting to pre-film a lot because I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to give my comment shout out and then I'd end up being really behind with my comment shout outs, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to be changing the way that my comment shout outs are done from now on, including in this video. This, by the way, is my eyebrow brush. This is probably going to be really disgusting. Yeah, look at that, that's gross. So yeah, instead of doing my usual comment shout outs where I like say, for example, comment shout out today goes to Stevo, thanks for watching, I'm not going to do that anymore. If you ever watched Gabby Hanna way back in the day when she used to do the Showstopper of the Week, she would always go, this is today's Showstopper of the Week, and she would have like a screenshot of the profile or the comment or whoever or whatever it was. So that's essentially what I'm going to be doing from now on. I'm going to put up the comment, I'm just going to say something like, this is the shout out for today's video, as opposed to saying this is today's comment shout out or today's subscriber shout out, just in case like I don't have, you know, like a comment. So I'm not saying here's a comment shout out and then it's a subscriber shout out. So I'm just going to say here's today's shout out, just so that I actually can pre-film, because honestly over the Halloween period I was so stressed and I was literally always filming. I'd finish work and I'd go to film, and then I'd finish work and I'd go to film, and on my day off I'd film like 2 different clips or 2 videos or whatever because I was so behind, and then I'd have to edit everything, and it was just a lot. Like it was so much to do and I really couldn't deal with it. This brush is never going to get fully clean, I don't think. So yeah, I'm going to just be changing that because I'm going to start having to pre-film so that I'm not getting so behind. I mean, when I first started my channel, I was still working from home. Like, I still was doing my full, like, 40 hours a week at work. But I was doing different shifts. And I think I've spoken about the shifts that I was doing, that I was doing at the time, or in a different video at some point. I can't remember when, but I basically used to do split shifts. So I would do, for example, I used to do like 8 AM to 12 PM, and then I'd be off on like a lunch between 12 and 5, and then I'd do 5 PM to 9 PM. So that was my shifts for a long time, especially when I first started working from home. That was my shifts. So for that, it was actually very easy to film and upload and edit and things like that, because in my 5-hour break, when I had nothing to do, or like I couldn't really do too much, like because I had to go back to work later on, I would just film at those points, or I'd edit at those points, or I'd film then and then edit when I finished work or on a day off. Like, I had actually a lot more time to do things then, whereas now I'm back to my like usual like rotation. So I'm either 9 till 5:30, or I'm half 11 till 8 PM. You know, it's a lot harder because now I don't really have the extra time, and I mean, I still have all the time. Like, my shifts aren't split anymore, so I still have the time throughout the day. But honestly, I roll out of bed and I log straight into the computer from then on, and I don't get up early, so I can't do things early in the morning. God knows I've tried and it just doesn't happen for me. I'm not a morning person. And then when I finish work, I've got to cook dinner and I want to unwind a little bit, so I don't tend to want to film after I finished work, which is just a bad habit for me because I have the time to do it and I just don't do it, and then I bitch that I have no time. It's just a terrible endless cycle. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, like, I found it so much harder lately to pre-film and to get all the stuff done on time and on schedule. Like, that's the reason why I had to stop uploading by 12 PM. Like, my upload schedule was Wednesday and Sunday at 12 PM on the dot, and now I kind of just upload anytime that I can. I did say that at one point that I was going to be uploading no later than 6 PM, and even then I couldn't stick to that. I don't think I've stuck to that once since I said that a couple of videos back, like about a month and a half ago. Because honestly, I've just struggled with it. It's quite difficult when I'm working 40 hours a week, as well as that doing shopping and cleaning, and I want to spend some time gaming and things like that. Like, I have things that I want to do that aren't YouTube, and I don't think anyone can really blame me for that, because at the end of the day, YouTube isn't my only hobby. So I think just for November especially, I'm going to focus a lot of time on pre-filming a few things, getting a few videos behind me just in case they're needed, because sometimes videos don't work out. I mean, if you've been here long enough, or if you watch all my videos and stuff, like for my first like half cut crease tutorial, all of that was out of focus, and I had to get up really early in the morning and film that and edit that completely, and that was on the day it should have been uploaded. So like, if I have an emergency like that, where something's out of focus, or there's an issue with something like audio or just general like video won't render and things like that, at least I'll have a backup then. So I'm going to spend a lot more time focusing on like pre-filming and getting some stuff behind me for emergencies, and hopefully take off some stress, because oh god, I've been stressed, so freaking stressed, and I think it is starting to wear on me a little bit how stressed I have been getting. So I think just taking a little bit of time to like pre-film things, get a lot of things edited and out of the way, and then like just change the way that I do my comment shout-outs, because that's what stresses me out, is that I get behind on my comment shout-outs, you know. I only have these last few brushes left, and I'm going to check out a few brushes as well, because I don't need them, they're kind of the same brushes anyway, so I have a few more left, so I'm just going to speed on with them, and I'll be right back with you once I've finished all of these. Okay, so that's all my brushes done, so I've got like my main ones in here looking very clean now. I'm quite impressed with how they're looking. I wish some of them cleaned out a little better, but hey ho. And then I've got all my other like smaller brushes and my sponges in here. So even though the sponges don't look clean, and even though some of the brushes are stained, they're clean. Trust me, I cleaned them all. My hands are, well, mainly this one is so wrinkly and just it feels so dry. But yeah, so that is today's video. I don't really know what to say about it, to be honest. I just needed to clean my brushes and I wanted to have a chat, so that's exactly what I did. My drink is almost finished, let's finish that up. Fab. And yeah, that's about it for today's video. Like I said in this video, like, you know, I really do appreciate comments and things like that on my videos. So if you could leave a comment for any of the questions that I've asked earlier on about like Christmas and Halloween stuff and blah blah blah, like leave that in the comments below. Like, I really do want to see your input and your feedback and stuff, because I always want to know if I'm doing like a good job or something like that, like if you're enjoying my content at least, you know, like, yeah, I think people just like knowing that what they're putting a lot of the time and effort into is like making people happy. So I really appreciate if you left me a comment, like the video if you liked it. I don't know, was this satisfying to watch? I mean, that black brush was very satisfying to me, and my highlight brush was very satisfying to me. So satisfying seeing that finally clean after I don't know how long. But yeah, so that is today's video. One other thing I did want to mention is I am starting to stream again on Twitch. I used to stream either I think it was late last year. I used to stream quite a bit, and I streamed like maybe once or twice this year as well. But I've decided to finally push for affiliate on Twitch. So I think for that you need like 50 followers and a certain amount of viewers per stream, per like average. And you need to have like a certain amount of this and that and blah blah. And I finally decided to push for that so I can get back into gaming a little bit more, because I really just let that slip. By the time this video's gone out, you would have already missed it, but I'm streaming Phasmophobia on Halloween, which is, if you haven't heard of Phasmophobia, have you been living under a rock? Like, oh my god, I played the training of it today and my heart just sunk as soon as I walked into the door. Like, it's quite immersive. It's very sod playing that in VR. Never playing that in VR. So I will be streaming on Twitch from here on out. I don't have a schedule yet. Eventually I will have one when I can figure one out, but between YouTube and work, it's going to be hard to figure out, especially with my shifts constantly changing and stuff, which is one of the reasons as well why I want to pre-film a bit more, so I can at least do other things that I like to do. So yeah, I do always link my Twitter, Instagram, Vinted, Discord and my Twitch in the description box below, so go ahead and follow me in any of them. It would be really appreciated. And if you want to stick around and see my journey on YouTube and, I don't know, watch me clean something else, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.